Hello friends, welcome to CMA Academy. In this video, we will discuss about accounting guidelines for NBFC. The types of accounting guidelines is divided into 5 parts, that is income recognition, principle for accounting investment, valuation of investment, transaction of balance sheet and disclosure in balance sheet. In this video, we will discuss about the income recognition portion. So there are 7 types of income needs to recognize by NBFC, and these guidelines provided by the ICAI, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. How NBFC shall recognize their income. In first case, it is the standard assets. If any income arises from standard assets, then it should be recognized on accrual basis. What we need to understand in this point, that what is standard assets. Standard assets mean which borrowers, those are paying the amount of principal and interest or both on time. That is no default in any payment. No default in any payment for that borrowers is standard assets for NBFC. So in such case, NBFC, any income from standard assets, NBFC shall have to recognize income on accrual basis. In second point, income from NPA. What is NPA? As standard assets become non-performing assets when continuous defaulting in the payment for more than 3 months. In our first video, in which we will discuss about the harmonization assets of classification, we saw that when we called an asset becomes NPA when it is overdue for more than 3 months. So here also the same point, the standard assets become non-performing asset when the borrower defaulting in the payment for more than 3 months period. Okay, in such case, any income from NPA as non-performing assets, any interest income, discounted income, NBFC shall have to recognize when it is actually received. That means on cash basis. Thirdly, the reversal of income. What is the meaning of reversal of income? In first point, we saw that NBFC has to recognize income on accrual basis for standard assets. In second point, we saw that standard assets become non-performing. But when non-performing assets was standard assets, at that time NBFC recorded their income on accrual basis in their P&L account, but the actual amount is not received to NBFCs. Then they has to reverse that income portion from their P&L, but at which time they need to reverse that point, reverse their income when the borrower becomes NPA. In that year they have to reverse their income from P&L account. Fourth is the dividend income. NBFC shall have to recognize their dividend income on cash basis, but it can be recognized on accrual basis when the dividend is declared in AGM by corporate bodies. If any corporate body declares a dividend in their AGM, in this situation, NBFC is eligible to get that dividend, so it can be recognized on accrual. Fifth point is income from interest income from bonds and debentures. And if NBFC received any interest income from debentures or bonds, it can be recognized on accrual basis if the debenture if the companies are paying their debenture interest or bond interest on regular basis and there is no arrear amount is due from that corporate bodies, in such case it can be recognized on accrual basis. And the sixth point is interest income from securities that is guaranteed by the government. Those securities which is guaranteed by the central government, so any income arises from that securities, it shall be recognized on accrual basis. We know that central government is guaranteed that security, that the amount is very well safe with that securities. In such case, NBFC can recognize their income on accrual basis. Thank you for watching this video. Please watch the next part of the video also. Thank you.